Good morning, y'all. Good morning, and welcome back to Alicia's Crafty Hoplop. It is bright and early here in Brooklyn, and I mean bright and early. It's before 7 a.m. I'm up early because it's hospital day, and I'm seeing a couple of specialists, and I have some dreadful tests, but they need to be done. And I'm hoping I get the green light to die cut again. Keep your fingers crossed for me, y'all. Keep your fingers crossed. But before I head off to the doctor, I wanted to share a couple of things with you. The first is that it is Zack's birthday next week, and that's Sabrina's son. Now, they do have a challenge up for his birthday, and the reason for that, y'all, is Zack loves Happy Meal. Y'all saw he sent someone in our building some Happy Meal, kid to kid Happy Meal, which I thought was amazing, and it's probably going to start a trend in here. But he just genuinely loves Happy Meal, and I can tell you that because I've sent him some, so I know. So I'm thinking, even, some of you are not feeling a crafting mojo right now. Just the COVID and what's been happening has sort of dragged the craftiness out of you. But I was thinking, even those of us who have a lot on our plate right now, we can manage a birthday card. And I know that would really help buoy Zack's spirits. I want you all to think about what it would be like to be 8 years old with a birthday in the middle of COVID. Now, Sabrina and her husband have done a really good job trying to work around all the issues. But it comes down to him being able to have 2 people at his party, 2. And they're going to have to wear masks, and there's going to be hand sanitizer on the table. Now, I don't know about you all, but I don't remember any of my birthdays being like that as a kid. It's going to be tough. And again, Sabrina and her husband have done everything humanly possible. But you can't take away the masks, y'all. It's just the way it is. So I was thinking, since he loves Happy Meal so much, even if you don't have a lot of crafting mojo, you probably can make a card. And that would so buoy Zack's spirits. So I'm going to put Sabrina and Zack's P.O. Box address down below. I'm hoping those of you, especially those of you who make faster than I do, can get a card off to Zack. Can you imagine if he got a bundle of cards, how much joy that would give him? And I think right now, all of our kids could use that kind of joy. It's been a real tough time for them. So many people have shared. Kathy has shared very bravely. Leticia has shared. It's been very hard for our kids. It's been really hard. So this is a small thing we can do to brighten the life of a child. And I think that's not really asking too much. So I'm going to put Sabrina's address down below. You can address it to Zack, care of Sabrina, and she will definitely make sure he gets it because she knows how much it'll mean to him. I also want to ask you to keep Heather's Handmade Haven in your thoughts today. She has a rough day today, and she also has heavy work meetings on top of that, and she could just use your well wishes. So Fancy Nancy Designs, who I call Nancy, who is a regular here on this channel, has just restarted her immunosuppressants, y'all. And I can tell you from experience, like me, she was taken off of them because of COVID. But when you go back on them, y'all, it is a rough 10 days. And I mean rough. Any of you who've gone through it, you know exactly what I mean. I've got one friend who, whenever this has to happen, doesn't get off the sofa for 10 days. It's that rough. So if you can keep Nancy in your thoughts today and in your prayers, I'd really appreciate it. I'm going to let you know too, I have both good and unfortunate news in terms of Alice. The good news is that first package I sent her 2.5 months ago finally reached her doorstep, and it couldn't have come at a better time. So you see, sometimes life works out for a reason. The other thing is her brother's not doing well, and if you could just keep Alice in your heart. I think if she doesn't necessarily, again, I'm not so sure that prayers are going to solve this, but if she knows you care and she knows that you're all thinking of her, it's going to help her get through this. And that means a lot. It means a lot. I'm going to ask the same for Marilyn, Sweetwater Cards. I told you all, we all know that she has unfortunately recently lost her fur baby, but there's other things on Marilyn's plate too. And again, they're not the sort of things that praying can take away. But our support can help her get through it. So please keep Marilyn in your heart and in your thoughts today as well. I'd really, really appreciate it. This has been a tough time, and this crisis has stretched out longer than we all thought it would. But the one thing that has gotten us through each other, well-wishing, happy news like Marcy's wedding, right? Don't forget about that wedding card challenge, y'all. That's wonderful news in the middle of this. And we're coming up to Marcy's wedding too. So please don't forget to participate in that. But that's also a moment for us to find joy in all of this. And that's something we have to hold on to. Each good moment we have is a blessing. And we want to really celebrate those. Because again, those are the pauses. Those are those joyful pauses that are going to help us endure what we're all living through. I can't remember who it was this week, but they said it so beautifully, so eloquently. They said, this is really maybe it was Susan Allhouse. Susan, it was you, wasn't it? You said, we are all surely being tested. And I think you're right. I think you're right. I think what we can take away from this is that we are being tested. But if we all band together and support one another, and we do our best to be there for one another, and we craft our way through this, and we are grateful for the moments we do have that gift us happiness and joy, then we'll endure. And I think that's a really important message right now. Again, we've had so many brave examples. Look at Scary Carrie. Look at Belinda. Look at Michelle Bastian. Look at Sheila, Country Girl First. All of these women and their inspiring tales of, NP, whimsical endeavors. I mean, all of these women went and endured these surgical procedures alone and serious recovery. And actually, Miss Southern Scrapbooking, who didn't tell us when she was going through it, also had a procedure. Amazing women. And, we can take some strength from that and some solace. It's pretty inspiring. So we have to celebrate too. We have to celebrate Marcy's wedding. We have to celebrate Zack's birthday. We have to celebrate that we woke up this morning, right? And that we're able to craft, and that we're able to come on here and make videos and watch videos. All of those things are blessings, and we need to count each and every one of them. When I get up in the morning, I really am grateful. And when I can move around, I'm even more grateful. And every time I get to craft or watch your videos, I'm grateful again. And I was thinking, it's funny, I was just thinking it this morning. I'm going to start a gratitude journal. I have an art journal that I keep. And I'm going to start a gratitude one because I think right now there are moments of joy, like Zack's birthday, like Marcy's wedding. And that gives us cause to celebrate. And those should be front and center. Those should be front and center. We all should be grateful for what we have. And thankfully we have a lot because of each other and our crafts and all of our videos and all the wonderful lessons that everybody offers us because they're kind and generous. All the lessons like Jellybean offers us on how to do things, or the tutorials that Tammy's been making about stamping. I mean, we've had all these wonderful, or Green Tea. Have you been watching her series for her swap? These are all gifts and blessings, y'all, and we got to count them. So today I'm wishing for you a joyful crafting day. I hope that you do something really fun and inspiring, or maybe you talk to a crafty friend on the phone and that lifts your spirits, or maybe you just watch a really great video and it makes you want to create something. Whatever it is that gives you joy, I hope that's what you do today. I hope that's what you do today. Y'all know I want to be available after the hospital for Heather, so I won't see you again today. But I have uploaded some amazing Happy Meal from Tennille. And oh my goodness, did that ever brighten my whole day. Talk about a blessing to count, y'all. I'm wishing something wonderful for you today. A healthy day, a happy day, a creative day, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. All right, y'all. Take real good care. Bye for now.